What is good, everyone? I hope you're doing well out there. Um, this is my second video now, and I've posted a video, which was my first video, which was on the increase on battery discharge. I will leave a link to this in the description on that video. If you want to go check it out, help me out, like it, and it also helps me with the views. Today my video will also be focused on the BMW F20. Now, what this video will be about is coding possibilities on this car. So this car is already been coded, and I'm not going to be the guy who's going to give you a tutorial on how to code a car because there are so many out there. But I'm going to have a run through on what I've did to the F20 because it has so much options and optional extras that we can add using a little dongle or OBD port, and you can do it directly from your phone. So I use Kali adapter. It's a really cool adapter. You can pick this up on eBay or you can go on the Kali site themselves. Also, um, the prices are, it varies, depends on where you are. So shipping could also be more or less. I live in South Africa, so I paid 2,000 rand for mine, which I think is a bit higher than you would normally pay for it. But I also went to go fetch mine. If you deliver it or you buy it overseas, I'm sure it will come to the same amount because I think I just paid a little bit too much for the OBD port or the module. So I'm just going to show you a small few things that I did on this car, and let's get into it. So the first thing that I actually did on the car was this, and you will still see I still have actually the problem of the battery decrease because I didn't change the battery yet because I'm making this video actually directly after I did make that video. So yeah, so let's just wait for that to come, and you can see the digital display which is over there, and that is kilometers an hour, which means it reads out my speed in digital form. And as you can see that I have the analog over there, and then I have the digital, which is a super cool feature. Obviously it's programmed to kilometers because I'm in South Africa. You can have it in miles an hour obviously as well, and this is how it will look. So obviously you still have all your other features you have. You can scroll through the fuel, but I always leave it on the kilometers because it's pretty cool to see your exact speed, and that is one of them. So what you guys actually just saw now was my M startup boot logo. That is a really neat feature that you could code on this car. So from the factory, this car gets coded with the BMW connected drive boot logo. And I mean, it's nice, it's cool, but to be honest, it looks outdated, it looks old, and the colors that goes with the boot logos startup is brown and a reddish. It's really ugly. Now that startup screen with the M logo is really super neat, especially if you have a M Sport. It might not be the M Sport, but if you have a M logo that came with the car from the factory, I would consider it decent enough to actually have that startup screen, which is pretty cool. Let's go to the next one. So this is the next thing that has been coded in. So from the factory, these BMWs comes with the orange dials on as your power and your torque gauges. But what you can code in is actually the M style gauges, which is much nicer with the red, and as you can see, super neat. I love that feature on this car, just to see how many power you're doing at every given moment. Such a cool technique, and really sweet to look at. The next one. So the next thing that I did was the acoustic signal for the lock and unlock. And the pretty cool thing about this is you can actually code it onto your iDrive system, and you can choose when you want it on or off. From the factory, you do not have this option of the acoustic signal lock and unlock tick box. You don't even have it on the screen. You have to code it in. So this is pretty cool when you want that sound when you lock or unlock, as I will show you now. So on to the next one. So for this one, I can't really show you guys because it's the day. But so you know when you open your car and the lights goes on? Now that is pretty neat. So what I actually did was I coded the car so that it only recognizes to put on the welcoming light when it's dark outside. So while it's the day right now, the light will not go on when I unlock it. But at night, it will go on, which is a super cool feature, but no one will really see it, but I do. Now the thing is, not it like I love when the lights go on and the cars and you unlock the car. It's really cool, but sometimes, as right now, my battery is actually rather bad, so it actually saves me from having to rush to the car when the lights goes on because it's draining battery, which I do not have. So that's the reason right now why I have that code done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to do a few more coding onto the lights and a few more mods to the car in the future. So the car currently sits standard and doesn't have much done to it. Like I won't go wheels and things like that. I don't have that money for this car to do those things just yet. But for the time being, I can do super cool things like grills, mirrors, and maybe a few black badges here and there will be super cool. So if you guys actually want to see that, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to actually see done to this car. But please keep it in a price range that is reachable because I don't have that money right now. So just like that, this video is over and I'm out.